All right, guys. Nurse Blake, arguably the most socially influenceable nurse out there, the nurse with the greatest following in social media, is now doing very good things with that influence that he has and is trying to go to the JCO, the Joint Commission in Chicago, to battle for nurses and the staffing of how many nurse per patient that they can have. This is a phenomenal thing and a great thing for Nurse Blake to do, as he has the ability to do something like this. They obtained something like 540,000 signatures in order for JCO to have less patients to nurse ratio. For those of you who may not understand that, basically it would be like going from one nurse to 37 patients to one nurse to 10 patients. Maybe not quite that drastic, but a very good ratio nonetheless. Nurse Blake is petitioning to change this. He wants it to be a smaller ratio in order to help nurses out. This would help nurses in many different ways, including burnout. Many nurses are facing burnout, as plenty of them face a lot more patients than what they should per day. One nurse at the rally stated that they see up to 25 patients per day. That is a lot of patients for one single nurse. There is absolutely no way that you can spend a lot of time with a patient if you have 25 of them and you are one person for an 8 or 12-hour shift. It's nearly impossible to spend very much time at all, because you still have meds, charting, other treatments, various other things. You cannot keep up with that many people as one single person. Nurse Blake is fighting for this with the Joint Commission in Chicago. Now, this is a phenomenal thing that Nurse Blake is doing. Yes, completely agree with this entire decision. However, it's not exactly the whole story here, or it's not exactly going to fix it just that quickly, as there are many other circumstances that lie into this, and one of them that hasn't really been discussed at this moment in time is the looming danger that the travel nurses who do come into these places that need help, they do give support to nurses. These travel nurses may get capped. Plenty of other nurses are worried about that and may not be traveling at this moment in time, simply due to the fact that that pay may not be there anymore. Yes. Joint Commission also says, the people that Nurse Blake is trying to get to persuade to have more nurses per patient, Joint Commission also says this is not as simple of a fix as what Nurse Blake is proposing. And I believe that Nurse Blake also understands this as well, as Nurse Blake is a nurse and should and probably does understand exactly how floors work. You have to have the nurses on staff in order to staff them per patient ratio. So therefore, this is where the travel nurses come into play. Yes, you can hire all the travel nurses you want to, but if they're not coming simply because they're worried about the cap that's likely to be placed on them, things like this, it's not looking good. However, I do sincerely applaud Nurse Blake for going out there and staging this and getting these 540,000 signatures. Hands up, stand up, hands up. Dude did it. The dude said, you know what, I have this platform. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to try to make a difference. And the dude did it. He's even based out of Florida. He's not even based out of Chicago. So it's not even his hometown. He said, you know what, there's a need right there and I'm going to try to meet it. And the dude sure did. The dude definitely tried to meet the need, and I applaud him. He is at least getting the ball rolling. Probably will see some changes. I have no doubts that changes will be made simply because of this not protest, but what Nurse Blake is staging in order to get JCO to change their minds. Yes, I want changes. I desperately want changes. I know Chicago desperately wants changes. That poor nurse that's seeing 25 patients per day desperately wants changes as well. Can't wait to see the outcome of this one. I hope that Nurse Blake is able to get the changes that are wanted. However, like I said, JCO understands, and I do believe that Nurse Blake also understands, this is not going to be a quick and easy fix. This is going to take some time. However, I want it to get changed, and I definitely want it for the nurses up there in Chicago. This is going to help with nursing burnout for sure if we can get the nurse to patient ratio at a more tolerable amount. I mean, 1 to 25, that's unethical. You can't do anything. I mean, you can barely see anybody at 1 to 25. Whew. Terrible, terrible day. I applaud you, Nurse Blake. Thank you for what you're doing out there in Chicago. You have this platform and you're using it. You're using it for good. I mean, that's the way to do it right there. A little side note, I kind of wish I just had his YouTube membership, his 100,000 plus YouTube membership. I don't. Wish I had that kind of range. However, I don't. Nurse Blake does, and he is using it for good. So, that's what I got for you today. If you like nurses making the news on Thursday, there should be a playlist down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Should be a video over there. And click on over there to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Hope it helps.